In the premiere of the new One Chicago podcast, the actor says he went from near retirement after Sex and the City to playing Herrmann for a 14-year run. However, Eigenberg revealed in his open interview for the One Chicago podcast's debut that he thought his acting career was coming to an end before he was cast in the pivotal part. Eigenberg discussed the beginnings of Chicago Fire and some of the difficulties he had prior to joining Firehouse 51 in an interview with presenter and PD producer Brian Luce on September 18 of the new podcast. Connected. While filming Chicago Fire, David Eigenberg talks to Charlie Barnett about crying. Check out highlights from Eigenberg's interview on the One Chicago podcast, below. David Eigenberg's career took some twists and turns before Chicago Fire. Sounds like I'm making crap up. Luce was eager to ask Eigenberg to reflect on the day he found out he scored the role of Herrmann, a life-changing call for the seasoned actor. What do you remember? Luce asked. I walked in and I was like, dead in the water 7 years after Sex and the City? Eigenberg told him. And I had no career. I went back to contracting. I got my general contracting license in California. We left New York. And I'd gone to a job at a copper smelter plant. Sounds like I'm making crap up right now, out in Salt Lake City. And I was dead. But fate had other plans when Eigenberg bumped into an old friend who asked what he'd been working on. I said, I'm dead. I'm over. It's washed up, Eigenberg teased, revealing his colleague helped land him his audition for Chicago Fire. I was pretty much done, but I walked in to get back to that point. Dick Wolf was sitting very close to the front. He was right there. Eigenberg reminisced about his first meeting with the series creator, who was interested in Eigenberg's life outside of acting and where he got his sense of humor. Wolf was percolating, and Eigenberg felt confident that he had made his mark. I said to my wife, I don't know what happened there, but I know that Dick responded to me. Because if they don't respond to you, you can't win them, Eigenberg said, then recalling the moment his agent called him to tell him he landed the part. I gave my wife a thumbs up and I said, well, thank you. Close the deal. Whatever they offer me, whatever they're giving me, don't change it. Take it before they take it back. Eigenberg teased. I would have done it for half of what they were going to give me, and it was good. Earlier in Luce's interview with Eigenberg, the PD producer recalled the moment he first met Eigenberg on the set of Chicago Fire, when showrunner Derek Haas referred to the Sex and the City actor as a ball of fire that shouldn't have been. I'm like, what do you mean by that, Derek? Luce recalled, adding that Haas had initially envisioned Herrmann quite differently. He had a whole different person. He was thinking someone larger than life, like Little John from Robin Hood. Luce continued, he said that what happened was as you came into an audition, and within seconds, they knew that that was our guy, that David Eigenberg was going to be their Herrmann. They found their Herrmann. And what was more important than that, they said that they found the heart of their show. Herrmann continues to be the beating heart of Firehouse 51, and we can't wait to see what action-packed rescues he pulls off next. Chicago Med's Epitha Merkerson and PD's Laroyce Hawkins are coming to the One Chicago podcast. Along with Chicago PD's Jason Begg, Eigenberg was one of the first guests of the One Chicago podcast for the premiere episodes. New episodes are available on Thursdays, the day after new episodes air on NBC for One Chicago Wednesdays, premiering October 1st for the 2026 season. Boasting actor interviews and behind-the-scenes stories from all your favorite One Chicago stars, it's the perfect way to catch up with the Windy City icons. In coming weeks, fans can tune in to hear from Chicago Med's Epitha Merkerson and Chicago PD's Laroyce Hawkins as all three series return for One Chicago Wednesdays. Don't miss Herrmann's triumphant return to Firehouse 51 by watching the Season 14 premiere of Chicago Fire on Wednesday, October 1st, at October 9th. See on NBC for the return of One Chicago Wednesdays. Chicago Med Season 11 kicks off the premiere event at August 7th, followed by Chicago Fire at September 8th, concluding with the Season 13 premiere of Chicago PD at October 9th. All new One Chicago episodes are available to stream the day after they air on Peacock. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my sister wives to our channel and stay with TS.